Hi, it's Tommy. Today I'm going to give you some tips how you can discover new you, how you can change your mindset, thinking and actions. First tip is to master your self-communication. If you pay attention, we're constantly being bombarded by external thoughts that shape our thinking. Imagine how subtle but consistent small ripples of ocean may change where you are standing over a long period of time. When you start paying attention, you find out that you are in the middle of the ocean. This is how consistent self-communication daily may affect your life you develop without awareness. Most of the time we are on an autopilot. We're not controlling the thoughts that are going through our minds, or we're not controlling the actions we do by focusing on our internal thoughts. Simple example may be smoking a cigarette after a cigarette without counting how many you have smoked. Give yourself a space. Observe your internal voice. It affects everything. The way we dress, the way we act, say certain words, represent ourselves, communicate our needs, which most of the time do not coincide with the reality and the people around us. Have you listened deeply to your conversation with yourself? You develop a self-talk you have now and gave it power to be victorious and prevalent over yourself. How? Absorb it mindfully. Put some thoughts into this. When are you feeling good? Observe your self-communication. When you are not focused or in lousy state, observe your communication with yourself as well. What type of self-talk do you observe that mostly present in your mind and guiding your thoughts? There will be an answer. Once you find the answer, remember, nothing is permanent unless you keep applying it. And find ways which will keep you focused on your self-communication that benefits you. Let's dig further. Second tip is developing solution-focused mindset. Solution-focused mentality will keep you on track and not let you derail each time you're encountering a problem. Problems are always dragging us, and sudden shift to a solution-focused thinking will change it. There are times in our life we're doing this automatically. We act without thinking when we have immediate problem, facing a danger or threat to our life. It's a built-in system, and we don't have to invent it or think about it each time we face it. When you face fire, your mind immediately thinks of pouring water, extinguish it with anything you have under your hand, or call 911, or just run away from it. There is a question, why can't we change our focus to solution when facing a question or problem related to our career, business, or family relationship? What do we do in this case? What kind of inner dialogues do we have? Pay attention to what's going inside you. Imagine as if you're driving a car at high speed. If you're focused on the obstacle, you will eventually hit it. But if you ask yourself, what should I do now to change my direction, not to hit this obstacle? You will avoid hitting the obstacle. But most of the time we do hit the obstacles and entrench ourselves deeply in the problems and find ourselves drowning in them and do not see the light around them. I'm not saying that you should avoid every problem you face. The best way is to embrace it, as most of the time avoiding a problem creates lasting or permanent wounds deep in ourselves and affect the way we communicate with ourselves. Imagine as if you had a relationship in your life and had a son or daughter that you left behind due to some reason or to meet your needs, and so that this immediate pain will fade away. Most of us can't carry it, and this pain grows bigger and bigger, and in one beautiful day, bam, that person commits a suicide. People around this type of persons do not even understand what happened. Think that this person had a beautiful life, he or she should be crazy to commit such an act and start blaming him or her. This is how right self-communication and especially solution-focused mindset implanted earlier in your life will help you to achieve success in your lifetime. How? Here are quick tips. Listen to the voice in your head. Not once. Develop a consistency of listening to your limiting other self you have. Remember, we all have such thoughts and conversations with ourselves. But successful people are those who can immediately change their limiting thoughts, like avoid hitting an obstacle while driving. Third tip is achieve your high peak state of mind every day. Poor state will affect the outcome you receive in your everyday life, whether it will be your business, relationship, or other area of your life. If you're not intervening and breaking certain patterns you have, this means you are a hamster in a circle. You must somehow stop this race that is not benefiting you. Most of the time I hear people saying tricky words around me. I feel tired, Tommy, or I'm sad all the time, angry all the time. Instead of changing ourselves, we're concluding that it's because of my partner with whom I've spent my entire life, or it's because of the weather pattern that is mostly predominant in the country where I'm living. Anger because of the lousy clients I'm facing. Pay close attention to this. Human brain tends to come to a projected answer based on which we make decisions that change our lives. After 5 years or more, we realize that this is not what we want. Then we give it a new meaning that we're no longer in love and need to find a new partner or continue a new path. When you are in love, you're not thinking anything else but about this person. After some time, when you get married, you're losing this drive and love and return to your initial state. My suggestion to you, develop a right winning state every day. Once you are in your right state of mind, you will make small decisions which will benefit you and the people around you in the longer term. This is the eternal state of mind you need to master. The question is how I can develop this new habit that will help me to be in flow with myself and keep my thoughts under control and make right decisions every day that will benefit long enough to achieve recurring success. I was one of these individuals that was blind enough to observe myself, that actually I was in a circle like a hamster. I developed my energizing daily HIIT, highly intensive internal training routine that helps me master my breath, improve my health, increase my creativity, develop muscle, and the most important, reach my high peak state of mind every day. It's a sudden change in your physiology. You just need to spend 10 to 15 minutes with yourself in a consistent way, as long enough as to master all of these movements. Remember, nobody will implement it for you and lift weights for you. Tiny actions every day can save you decades. If you can't do it by yourself, find a coach who can inspire and help you until you master it yourself. And remember, words without actions are like promises without rituals. Master your self-communication, develop a solution-focused state of mind, achieve a high peak state of your mind every day. Stay powerful, energized, and passionate.